Right now, it's just about January, which means there's still 2 months left of winter, and it's the perfect time to start your winter arc. So if you haven't hopped on the bandwagon yet, I'm going to give you the simplest blueprint to start with this journey. And the best part is this blueprint involves only 4 steps, and they're all very easy to implement. Most of the videos you watch on this topic are going to be almost impossible to implement. They give you advice that's too general and too difficult to actually incorporate into your day-to-day life. These videos will set outrageous goals for you and make you feel guilty when you don't accomplish them. Things that are impossible for any human being to effectively maintain, like not missing a workout for months at a time and feeling extremely guilty when you do. My blueprint involves nothing like this. There's no guilt, there's no shaming, just 4 effective strategies to make your winter arc more effective and make you get more done this winter. And the first piece of advice is that you need something intellectual or brain-based that you're improving on every single day. So when you go into your winter arc, you need at least one thing that every single day you're going to be making some kind of progress towards, and it has to be something intellectual. So aside from more physical things like going to the gym or more self-development based things like going out and socializing, we need to be working on one thing that's intellectual or academically based. So if you're in college, this could involve working much harder on your classes. Or if you've already graduated, this could include something like working much harder on your job and trying to get a promotion. Or if you're interested in entrepreneurship, this could involve going out and working much harder on your business. As long as our first pursuit is intellectual and brain-based, something that you're using your brain power for, and something that you're improving on every single day, that's the first step to the winter arc. We need at least one big goal for you to constantly be working on. If you go into your winter arc and you have no specific goal, then you're essentially just spinning your wheels. We need you to have at least one brain-based activity that you're improving on every single day. And now second, during your winter arc, you should be getting at least some form of physical activity in every single day. And this doesn't have to be anything crazy. A lot of videos on winter arcs are going to guilt you for not hitting an insane workout every single day of the week. Even when you're super busy and have other commitments and other things to do, these videos will make you feel horrible for not committing to only working out every single day. We don't want to go overboard like this, but we still do want to incorporate some form of physical activity into your daily routine. And the reason that this is so important is because positive habits that are good for you are very easy to stack, which means when you do one, it becomes much easier to do another. In the same way that negative habits are also very easy to stack. You might notice that on a day that you're constantly scrolling Instagram or doom scrolling on your phone, it becomes a lot easier to engage in other unhealthy activities like binging junk food or not getting out, not getting any social interaction. The same is true for positive activities. When you start your day with exercise, it's then much easier to carry that momentum on and go attack other things that you need to work on. For example, your schoolwork or whatever company you're interested in growing. And at the same time, exercise has the added benefit of increasing your confidence. And when we're going about something like a winter arc, confidence is super important because when you feel better about yourself, when your self-esteem is up, when your confidence is increased, you feel more motivated to go out and attack these other tasks. If you're feeling low self-esteem and low motivation, it can be very tempting to not do anything with your day because you already feel that you're not worth it or that you're not going to get anything done. By exercising, you increase your motivation to go out and be productive, and you also increase your feelings of self-worth and satisfaction, knowing that you're putting in maximum effort and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And now the third step for effectively going about your winter arc is to completely get off any form of social media. And this is absolutely non-negotiable. If you want to be as productive as possible for this arc, you truly have to get off of any social media that you're addicted to. Doom scrolling and productivity cannot coexist. It's an oxymoron. So if you find that you're on Instagram Reels for hours, and at the same time you're upset that you're not achieving the goals that you're setting out for yourself, in this case you have nothing to blame but yourself in this scenario. Of course, these apps and these websites are designed to be incredibly addictive. They're engineered by thousands of people working for these companies to hold your attention as well as possible and to get you addicted as easily as possible. So if you want to get real work done this winter, you have to get rid of these apps and stay off these websites for as long as humanly possible. And this can be through any means as long as it works for you. If you want to download blockers to prevent you from going onto these websites, that's fine, download blockers. If you want to tell your friend that you're trying to get off social media and you want them to hold you accountable and maybe slap you in the face if you re-download the app, do what you gotta do. As long as you're getting off these apps, that's really all that matters. The technique you use to do this is irrelevant. As long as you're getting off these apps and these websites, your productivity is going to skyrocket over the course of the next couple months. Now, the final tip is possibly the most important, and that is if you want to stay incredibly productive during your winter arc, you have to make sure that your mental health is in check. You cannot be constantly tired and have constant brain fog or anxiety or depression and think that you're going to operate at maximum efficiency. Before you think about all the work you could be getting done, you want to make sure that your mental health is all right. And before we think about any crazy strategies or any trendy new techniques to improve mental health, you want to be focusing on the basics. And there are 3 essentials here. You want to be getting good sleep, eating well, and hydrating well. Before thinking about anything else, you want to make sure that you have these 3 components nailed down. After this point, you can start thinking about implementing other strategies, such as meditation, or going out, socializing more, maybe cutting out unhealthy activities like watching adult videos or whatever else. But the 3 most important things are good sleep, a good diet, and making sure you're completely hydrated. I can promise that if you can nail down these 3 things, your productivity will increase dramatically. And again, you might feel skeptical about this advice because of how simple it is. You might be expecting some insane new tip that you've never heard from any other video before. But funny enough, a lot of the steps that are going to lead to you being the most productive are very, very simple and easy to ignore. Don't fall for the lies peddled by these gurus who are going to shame you for not hitting insane full body workouts 7 times a week. Guilt and self-hate is not productive during an improvement arc. What is productive is sticking to the basics, being patient with yourself, and making sure you're making small, incremental improvements every single day. If you can stay consistent and implement these 4 tips, I can promise you, you'll be much further than you would have been if you tried some insane, trendy crash routine. So stay consistent, keep working on your goals. I know you guys can do this. I believe in you, and remember, you're doing a great job.